Mark could see that John was bleeding from his mouth, too. Mark lost his will to interrogate the man further. However, he still needed to know if Barney had been in on John's attack. He pulled his Colt from his hip and pointed it right into John's good eye. He wanted to make sure the Cretan could see it, and he hoped it might also keep that eye from seeing that the interrogator was bluffing. "John, I have to know if you made a deal with Barnes or not. Tell me or I'll shoot," Mark said, keeping his teeth clenched. He hoped that would make him sound like he meant what he said. "Do it," John said, spitting blood everywhere. "I'm not telling you shit." Mark knew it was hopeless. He didn't have the stomach for this. He put his gun back in its holster. "Come on, do it, you pussy," John yelled with contempt. Mark shut off the lantern and walked out of the shed, with John launching a stream of expletives at his back. The dejected man locked the door and headed back to the clinic. He wasn't sure if he was more disappointed at himself for not being able to get John to talk, or for what he had almost allowed himself to turn into. When he got to the clinic, he found Doc Vasquez. "How's the hip feeling, Mark? Are you in pain? You look a little pale." "I'm fine. The hip's okay. It hardly hurts at all. Any word on Mike? Any word on Mike?" "No change," the vet said. "He's still hanging in there." Mark nodded. Listen, Doc, I need you to go have a look at John Olson. He's tied up in the shed behind my house. Here's the key. He's pretty messed up, and he'll probably need some stitches. Whatever you do, don't untie him. He's dangerous, and he'll kill you in a heartbeat to get away. In fact, take Ralph with you to cover him, and make sure you lock the shed when you're finished." "Okay, Mark." Mark looked into the room where Lisa was tending to his brother. She buzzed over him like a bumblebee over a patch of flowers. When she saw Mark at the door, she waved him in. Mark stepped in and saw Mike's wife asleep in a recliner in the corner of the room. "I gave her something to calm her down," Lisa said. "What about his kids?" "Jess took them back to your house." Mark just nodded his head. "Sit and talk to him while I go check on David and the others," she said, pointing at a chair close to the bed. "Can he hear me?" "I think so. Even if he can't, it won't hurt, will it?" She scurried out of the room before he could answer. Mark pulled the chair over to the side of the bed. He sat and hung his head, looking down at his hands. They were both starting to swell from hitting John in the back of the head. "I sure screwed up this time, bro. I got you and a bunch of others shot or killed." "You'd better make it, Mike," he said as a tear rolled down his cheek. "I need you. We all do. But I really need your help. I've got no clue what I'm doing here. I don't know why people expect me to have the answers. Well, at least they did until this fiasco. We've really been lucky up to this point. Some of us knew that, but a lot of the residents here thought that with all of our defenses, we were impregnable. Now that everyone knows we're not, no telling what they'll do. They'll probably want another leader, and that's okay by me. I never wanted the job in the first place, and when they find out what I did to John, they'll realize that I'm no better than him. They have this illusion that I'm perfect or something. Well, I'm not. And now, everyone will know it." "Nobody expects you to be perfect, Karate Man." The unmistakable voice came from behind him. Mark twisted to see Gunny standing in the doorway. "How long have you been there?"